All right, guys, welcome to BALLiN. We got the crew here. We got four goats in the house. We finally got the room filled. We're doing an Underdog $5 live draft. I'm going to share the screen so you guys can follow along. Guys, how's it going, man? You guys pumped for this or what?
I'm fired up. We're all fried from rookie drafts. This is a nice getting back to reality, to the redraft streets, JD.
Great.
There's someone available that's not rookies, and good. Someone good and not rookies.
We're underway at the 101.
I've been in all kinds of BestBall 10s. I haven't done a Underdog in a while. You guys are going to bring me to school.
Underdog's got that 30-second clock, so it moves quick.
This is where my laptop gives me a nice little stallage.
McCaffrey,
Yeah, I'm already
Taylor,
queued up
the
for
1-2.
10 full rounds.
Andrew, do you want to try to share just the draft board? See if you can share it.
Yeah.
Sorry to those listening. For anyone listening, we do this thing on YouTube. So check out Goat District on YouTube channel. We got all kinds of goodness dropping. Andrew just put a nice redraft high stakes epi of quarter milli billies with Todd from PA.
Absolutely. I thought it went well. I was happy.
It was awesome. Yeah, you guys covered a lot of good stuff, man. Best ball, redraft. It was really good conversation. So we're just going to adjust the screens here so you guys can follow along. We've got it's Harris time. Will Harris in the 2 spot. Wheeler, who's on? What's up, Wheeler? In the 3 spot.
It just auto picked for me because I had to reset it.
There you go. See, we're all dealing with technical. The thing is, when you're dealing with Yardstream, it's a great software, but the problem is that it takes up a lot of juice, so it becomes a little challenging with the streaming. Who we have on with us? Who's that in the? Oh, is that Tim? Welcome, Tim.
What's up, gents?
Thanks for joining us, man.
My pleasure. Good to see all you guys. All these familiar faces.
All right. I think I'm going to where's the rest of my draft? Oh, I see why. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. If it could just load. For some reason, it won't load on my. I wonder if I do it. Yeah. See if you can get it, Andrew, or if not, I'm going to just make this bigger.
Going with a little Tyreek Hill at the 108, first wide receiver off the board.
Ooh.
Changing it
So
up,
we're
going wide receiver.
So Tim is up in the 7 spot. This is a 1 QB non-tight end preem. We'll get the board up for you guys eventually. We're just in the first round here anyways, so you guys can see what's happening on the board on the screen there. I'm up right now, so I will go. What do we have here? Why not? Little resurgence by Elliott here with Zach coming back. I don't have much of him anyways, so that's in the 110.
Yeah, 111. I've been absolutely taking a ton of AJ Brown, so I'm going to mix it up slightly and go Diggs here. Nice. Just for a little different exposure.
How much do you guys pay attention to that when you're doing these, and how many are you doing till you start paying attention?
I've lost track.
Good answer. I'm frozen.
Is very good.
I've done enough to notice my trends, and so yeah, it's like you just have a feeling, man, I've been doing this a lot. I'm going to break it. How many times? Don't know, but a lot.
I just couldn't resist.
Yeah, I checked.
I got AJB again. Couldn't resist.
I checked.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a smash value where you got him,
So I'll put it up like this so you guys can follow around. I don't know that I'll be able to get the full board. Oh, am I on? See, I'm up. I'm on right now, and I can.
Oh yeah, you're up.
Fantastic. Yeah, so it's going to auto on me. All right. So again, we're 2 episodes into these live BALLiN episodes, and this is the biggest reason is the the technical aspect of it. Who'd I get? Chubb. Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad. Could do a lot worse than
I
that.
like that start.
Yeah, it's a good start. Chubb and Zeke.
That's who I was going to grab. So
There you go. See, sniping in the blind.
Going Austin Eckler here at the 205.
Okay, I'm gonna have to close this and come back, I think, because
I mean, I got my queue set up for like 10 straight rounds, but it keeps bugging out right before my pick.
it's unbelievable, eh? With today's technology, that we're still get those old school internet kind of reactions sometimes.
Yeah. But I like your running back start in this format. Like, I just feel as though roster construction in this kind of format where it's half point PPR, you want to stack your running backs early.
Agreed.
oh, it's half point. All right, look at me paying attention.
Yeah,
kind of jumped into this last second.
we appreciate Tim jumping in. Wheeler also kind of last minute decided to grace us here. Let me know. I'm gonna cover what I can see of the StreamYard just so I can do both of these. But let me know if you guys can see this better, like that. Is that
Looks
better?
good right there.
Yeah,
It's
board
beautiful.
looks good.
Okay. All right, so there you have it. We've filled this. This is a 12-man, $5. Do you guys do a lot of these on Underdog? Do you guys do other platforms? Where are we? Maybe we'll go around. Tim, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so I just started, but since I started, I'm probably somewhere between 20 and 30. I don't know exactly, and I'll get a bunch more in. After that, probably FFPC.
Yeah, mainly FFPC for me. This is my first Underdog this year, so happy about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I got like 40 to 50 best ball 10s under my belt, but this is maybe my 4th or 5th Underdog.
I've been doing a lot of Underdog, enough so that I can recognize that Tim is Yosemite, and he's been in several of my drafts the last couple of days. So it's very addictive. You can do it on the go, and the drafts are so quick. It's a really good format.
Yeah, I do like the format. I do like how quick it is. You can do a 3-man. I was doing a bunch of 3-man the other day. They've got the rookies and wow, brain fart.
Rookies and sophomores.
That's it. Sophomores.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I like that one. It was fun before the draft too.
Yeah, it really was.
And the key in that one, I don't know to give the secret away or not, but you got to pay attention to those quarterbacks because that's where there's only a select few that are going to give you starting, unless a bunch of them start, but who knows. But I find that that's the position you want to focus on early, usually.
Yeah, they fly off the board.
Because you've got Herbert, Burrows, Tua, the guys from this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Lawrenceville.
Yeah, I definitely want to try one of them.
They go like you're done by like pick 12, 14, somewhere in there. Those quarterbacks are gone.
So Joey Wandy, who's listening right now, joined in. Appreciate him jumping on. He started with Barkley, Mixon, Carson, Will Harris, who's also listening. Shout out to Will. I've got my Viridian goat tee on that I got in the mail today. JT, Harris, and Swift. He's a big RB guy. Harris goes running back early in pretty much every draft that I've been in with him. So he's on brand right there. So I've got my two starting running backs, and I don't have any McLaurin anywhere. Am I on? Oh, did I get auto picked again? That sucks. All right.
Dude, you got a great auto pick.
The good thing is that Michael Thomas is probably my most owned receiver right now in best ball, and after some trades I've made, probably in Dynasty too, because I think he's going to be the wide receiver one this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be him.
I mean, he has got as good a chance as any.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get peppered.
Yep.
Hopefully it's Winston peppering him.
Yeah, if it's Winston. I mean, also
Yeah.
with Winston, get a couple more deep shots than you would have had with Breeze.
Don't do it, Andrew. Don't stipe me, brother.
Dude, I got about 40% on Winston. I just keep drafting them in like the 13th, 14th, 15th round.
Oh, look at that! My first
Can't
F1
stop.
here. Yeah, there's guys I just can't stop drafting in these things.
Especially in the late rounds. Like, if there's somebody appealing to you, you just can't get your eyes off them.
So right now, if you look at the board, pretty nice mix. I mean, you've got a cluster of receivers there. Where I'm sitting, Andrew's got 3 receivers, so he's the only one right now with 3 with Diggs, AJ Brown, and Lamb. Nice trio. Josh Jacobs, a huge value in my opinion. He keeps dropping more and more. Oh, did I not get McLaurin? Okay, something's up with my. See, it's not letting me pick. I thought I picked McLaurin there.
Hey, you
I
got
got
A-Rob.
McLaurin.
Excuses.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to star these guys. Put them in my queue.
I got my
Theo
Tyreek Hill,
I
Patrick
got
Mahomes
McLaurin.
stack. Little Chief stack working.
I will give this.
That's nice.
I will give this to Underdog. The times where I've had when you sign up for these because somebody sends you an invite, you think it's a slow draft and ends up being like a fast draft or whatever. The auto draft on this thing is pretty awesome. I will say it doesn't let you down too much.
Yeah.
So the biggest benefit of Underdog for people that don't use it that often is that the ADP is so up to date. Like, I think they must take it from just the past week or something. So if you get auto picked, it's not something like a guy that was being picked in the 3rd round 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Getting your auto pick. At least it's somewhere near ADP.
You can really see that with Ridley in the last week since Julio, the news came out, like really skyrocketed up.
Yeah, he went in the 3rd here. Point after, shout out to our True North guys who jumped into this draft. He's got Henry, Kittle, Ridley, and then Evans. So a little run of receivers here at the end of the 4th with Julio, Evans, Godwin, and DJ Moore. We'll see who's. So the 1 spot right now is CMC, DK, Metcalf, Miles, Sanders, and he's on the clock for 2 picks. He's got Robert Woods,
That was a good pick.
Bobby Woods.
Bobby
Trees. Yeah,
my wife thought that was his real name.
A couple of years ago, people were talking about him like, oh my God, he's a steal in the 4th round or whatever. I'm like, shh, stop using his name. Stop using his name. And I think everybody's just migrated to Bobby Trees.
Yeah.
So no kickers
So,
and these like the Wheeler, like the FFPC ones. Go ahead, buddy.
all good. So if we look at my draft, I started out, with a running back with Cook, which is fine. Coming back, I wanted Kittle. I got sniped. So I jumped the gun. I was a little flustered there. Like, damn, I grabbed Clyde Edwards instead of DeAndre Swift. And then on the way back, Swift got nabbed. So I just grabbed the first player available. Like, I'm just not used to these 30-second drafts. You got to train for these things.
Yeah, agreed. I don't hate it though. If I'm a good.
Oh no, not at all. It's done lickety split.
Yeah, I think if you miss on one, you get the other. You're all right.
Yeah.
Javonte as my 4 was not optimal. That was definitely a little bit of a panic pick. That phone buzzing gets to me.
I did Dan was signed up for a draft on FFPC. It was Friday night, and he asked me if I would do it. And I guess when I switched from the house to my office, my internet didn't connect right away, and I didn't realize I was even on the clock. So it auto clocked me with like 2 quarterbacks back to back or something, and then it took a quarterback, and then I think it took like Jamar Jefferson or something like that, and it was like just not at all like who I wanted to take. I felt so bad. Where am I going here? Who do I have? Wow. I see why. All right, here's the tip of the day, guys. If it's picking for you, there's a little switch says turn autopilot on.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize mine was on. So yeah, there you go. Learn something new every day.
If you're on mobile, it's a little airplane. I thought that was like airplane mode for some stupid reason.
See, FFPC is good at that because it pops up in your face. It lets you know that you're on auto.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I can actually make a pick. What's up? And I know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good so far, though.
I'm telling you, man, the auto picks on you make you look good. Shouldn't have said anything. Actually. Oh, you sniped me. Who was that? Yeah, Andrew. Nice.
Sorry,
Shelly with a nice little Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews back.
Little Lamar. Yeah, that's exactly right. Lamar, Mark Andrews situation there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Take
hyper fragile on the running back though. God, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah, worry about
Coming
that
back
later.
around.
So Mike Davis,
maybe I could take more than one in this draft.
Mike Davis and Gaskin really nice values where they are, but you can also see like Davis really climbed up last little bit. Obviously, Gaskin after the draft.
I'm gonna go with an Odell Beckham bounce back right here.
Nice.
Yeah, Odell in the 6th seems like a steal to me. And he's going there just about everywhere.
Yep.
Like on
I
every
think he'll
site.
rise a little bit. If he stays healthy all summer, I think he's bound to rise. It's just inevitable.
Exactly.
He's a nice hold right now. If you've got him in Dynasty, you just hold tight and you just wait for him to blow up a bit, and then you figure out what you're going to do with him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he comes back and. So we're in the 6th round right now, guys. We've got 2, 4, 6 tight ends off the board by the 6th round. TJ Hawk going last. Where was that? The 604.
Yeah, I've been taking him pretty regularly. I mean, he's got a lot of opportunity this year.
He's one of my most owned tight ends. That's kind of why I found him there.
Hawkinson and Andrews, to me, are the two biggest values in these underdog drafts. Like Tim said, I mean, Hawkinson sometimes goes in the 5th, but today I got him in the 7th, and it's just a smash value anywhere there. And then Andrews, last year we were all taking him in like the 3rd, 4th round, and now he's falling for no reason. His role hasn't changed. Those guys are so locked in.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because people think like, Bateman coming in and all the talk about spreading the ball around, like somehow Andrews is going to lose opportunity. He's not. I mean, they're locked in, and he's going to, and especially for in the end zone. I mean, he's a huge target. I mean, it's crazy value, like you said.
Yeah, and you can make an argument that the upgraded wide receiver core will help him. He's going to have the same great opportunities. I mean, he could be tight end 2, tight end 3 this year easily.
Yep.
What do you guys think of Trey Sermon for 2021?
I took him
a little too expensive for me.
701, he just went.
With all the hands in that backfield, I'm going to play it more like a New England backfield where I'll just draft the last guy if he's coming at a good price.
Yeah, that's too hard to figure out.
I have so much Elijah right now that and I heard a nice comparison. I mean, maybe it's because I have so many shares that I liked it, but our buddy Addison over at DLF, OG Goat, was talking about on a recent video he dropped on their channel how he's comparing that to the Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams draft, where Aaron Jones went after Williams and ended up being the more talented back. And he's seeing a similarity there. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Makes sense.
You're just hearing what you want to hear, JD.
Exactly right. Especially with these rookies, especially when you end up with the same guy in like 4 drafts. And then Dan comes to me, he's like, I think we should go Elijah here.
When they were drafted, was Eddie Lacy still with Green Bay?
I think so, actually. No.
Or am I blending too many years together because I'm
I think you're right.
and old?
No, I think you're right, dude.
So then that analogy I do like. I mean, if you combine Mostert and Wilson, that would equal what Eddie Lacy was thought to be. And then, okay.
That's a good point. There you go. All right, let's see. So, Dio, you're up. What are you going to do after back?
I'm going Dallas Goedert here. I'm just going to keep dodging running backs and
I like the
right now.
the zero RB action with Eckler in the second and then no running backs.
When Eckler catches 110 passes, it'll be fun.
Nice. What do I have? I've got 3 running backs: Elliott, Chubb, Davis. We've got Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson, and Ayuk. Who do we like here? Who do we like? Oh, I know where I'm going. Bam. Bam, bam. Another guy I like for value here. He's starting running back for the defending Super Bowl champs.
That's another backfield I'm staying away from. I can't figure that one out to save my life.
BestBall. I love Fournette, man.
Yeah, BestBall, yeah.
So I don't necessarily like that pick as your 4th running back, because what I would have liked to do on the 7-8 turn is grab Fournette and Rojo. Just to own that backfield. And and I don't know if I would grab my 5th running back in the 8th round, just the way your team's stacking up. I like the idea, and I prefer Fournette, but I would want to stack him with Rojo to go with one of those Todd from PA circa 3 or 4 years ago, the stack cuff. When you can get them both in, say, the 8th, 9th round, it's going to equal an RB1.
Yeah, yes and no. I don't mind it because where you can get the 2 guys, I don't mind the value you're talking about there if you get both those guys. I'm not a big handcuff guy in best balls. I want my guys to be able to hit their ceilings on the same Sunday.
Totally understand that. Totally agree.
But I get what you're saying. When it's good enough, it totally
right. When right now it's the 7/8, so maybe it's around too early. When you get into just 8th, 9th, 9th, 10th, then it becomes a play. I think I don't like handcuffing, but this is more of a when Rojo does well, Fournette isn't going to. They're going to counteract each other for the most part. I guess throwing Gio Bernard in there for a game or 2 and maybe carry on. Oh shit! Oh no! All right. I thought it was my pick.
It's funny you say that because I don't normally do it, and I actually did it with I did it with Etienne and J-Rob in one draft. J-Rob was just falling, and I'm just taking him. But not that I really like that stack either. But again, it's for some reason on Underdog, it's where I end up grabbing them. But that's also in the beginning where I'm still learning the ADPs on this thing. Sometimes you're fumbling, like you said, in the live draft, so you just pop it in because it looks familiar. But I don't know.
I've wound up with that a few times, and I actually kind of like it. I mean, if you have those guys, you have that backfield. You know what I mean?
And it could be as simple as the first half of the year. Maybe you're getting more J-Rob action, and then as you go into the those 6-7 weeks. Into the midseason, maybe Etienne becomes more of a factor, or I don't know, maybe who knows, because with that offense, right? Because it's so fresh all around.
Mm-hmm.
That might become more of a value as the summer keeps going along and Etienne rises a little bit and potentially Robinson falls a little bit, so you don't have to use as high a pick on Robinson. I like that.
There's a lot of values right now from the draft, like Boyd. Tyler Boyd, I think, is going to be a good value. Just people are going to disregard him.
Yeah, Boyd is always good in this format.
I had the chance to pick up Boyd when I grabbed Gallup, and I always struggle between those two. And who's the other person?
They're so similar though, eh? Boyd and Gallup,
yeah. Well, and then son of a bitch, Cooks is the other one.
Yeah.
So the 3 of them are always available within 6 picks there, and I've just been forcing myself to spread it around.
Cooks is a beast, man. He's consistent.
Okay. Yeah, he's a value where he's fallen.
Absolutely. I almost took him with the pick I just grabbed Landry with, but I have so little Landry, and actually Cooks probably would have been a better pick there. You never know with the Texans situation what the heck's going on there. So it's just I have plenty of Cooks in best ball 10s. I just for some reason leaned Landry here, and it's probably not the smart pick in a 0.5 PPR.
Houston's just Houston's one of those teams. Yeah. You look at the HOU beside the player, and you're like, ugh, you kind of cringe.
Yeah, my dynasty shares Hold on. Who do I got here? Considering this is half point, I think we're going to see a lot more James Conner around the goal line than what we think.
Yeah, he's growing on me at where he's going.
I agree with that.
I kind of like that situation now.
I'll take that in half point. Yeah, I have two Deshaun Watson shares and 2 contenders. I got a lot of feedback on that tweet last night, and it's a tough situation to figure out.
Actually, I'll go Stafford here. I don't have any Stafford. I don't have much Stafford, so I'll go a little Stafford action. So we're approaching the end of the 9th. Go ahead, Wheeler.
First, I like that Zach Moss pick. With them Buffalo not drafting a running back, I think his value. Yeah, I think he's value in the 9th for sure.
I've been grabbing him a little bit. I think he'll rise a little bit in the summer. I think it's clear to me he's way ahead of Devin Singletary.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think Tim's gonna do well. I think Tim's gonna make me regret my Pollard pick. I picked Pollard a little bit early. I have somebody in mind. I have a feeling Tim's going to grab.
I'm gonna do the Stafford Higbee stack right here, back to back, in the 9th and 10th. But I just want to piggyback on your Zach Moss because I saw him when I came to my page. It hadn't refreshed yet, and I saw him in the queue, and I was all excited to grab him there because he's one of those guys that I think not everyone's like kind of caught on yet. That hey, Buffalo, they're in an awesome offense. They've got him and one other dude, Singletary, that hasn't really proven himself to. Like he's going to take over or anything. So Moss coming in his 2nd year in the 9th round, 10th round, you get a possible starter like in such a good offense. I think that's great value.
And they dodged all kinds of bullets in the draft. That was a place that Najee Harris was linked to, and Travis Etienne and Javonte Williams, and here we are with Zach Moss.
Does and people may have forgotten this already, but does Breda scare you guys? Is he taking touches away out there in Buffalo?
For like a game and a half.
I don't like I've taken David Johnson a couple times there in the 10th, and I've never felt great about it, but I have a feeling that with that situation down, they're going to be leaning on him if that quarterback situation is still volatile. I mean, the guy's he's a vet, he's a leader, he knows what he's doing. If he stays healthy, I mean, it could be a value in the 10th.
Yeah, So Kenyon Drake was the one I was regretting not taking in the 9th.
I knew it was between the two of those. I just couldn't figure out which one you're thinking. Because I was going down the board. I was like, I know it's not Singletary because it's fucking a Moss. It's got to be.
But the David Johnson pick I like a lot too. Like as soon as I'm just not used to the draft room. I think I would have grabbed either one of those two probably over Pollard. Not that I regret Pollard. I think Pollard would have lasted until the 10th for me.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I absolutely would have taken him at 19. And I think Theo probably would have even taken him in before the 9th where I would have
done. Well, because I had Pollard queued up. I went for Pollard this year.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
The 17-game season. I mean, I think Pollard is going to get a couple of starts here, and he looks like a guy who deserves a bigger role in what should be the best offense in the league, in my opinion. Shelly and I are big Pollard guys. Big time.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite right now, I think, and he's like the one of the sleepers of the year. One guy I want to point out that we didn't hit on that went right before Johnson was Gus Edwards out there with
shit. That's who I was looking for.
Yeah, he went right before my pick with Higbee on the 9-10 turn after Hines and Murray went. So I like that, Andrew. You paired him up with AJ Dillon. I mean, the 9th and 10th. That's some. Gus is giving you like a nice floor because he's already got the role solidified there behind DK, and then AJ can pop. In different ways.
I like to be very, not zero RB, but very RB fragile. I don't like to carry a ton. I won't draft a ton.
Agree.
Love smashing wide receivers. So it's just this format feeds that for me.
I think that's an FFPC thing.
Yeah, I think
that's how I draft because of the FFPC for best balls, anyways. I do the reverse in Dynasty. I'll go top heavy at receiver, and I'll just go as deep as I can at running back. So we're approaching mid 11th round right now. We got Jeffrey Wilson, Jamal Williams.
This is where I always, same round, I always get the guy that I have my eye on right now. Just in this group, I have a feeling it's not gonna happen.
You're up right now, no?
No, I've got 2 more ahead of me.
Oh, there we go. Who's Yosemite? Yeah, he does seem familiar. It was you that I was asking, no, Theo?
Yeah, Yosemite I keep seeing in a couple
Yeah,
of
I've seen that. I've seen that too.
I'm gonna reach only a couple picks here, and I'm gonna complete my Chiefs stack with McCole Hardman.
Oh, man.
Tyreek and Mahomes. I like that.
See, I don't know. All right, I believe in you, Tua. Most of my Tua stacks with Waddle, though.
All right, I'm gonna pair up. I love this quarterback again. Just going back to the Super Bowl team as my QB2, Mr. Tom Brady behind Stafford. What's up? Little stack action with Fournette. Andrew, what are you gonna do, buddy?
I love this guy. I think he's playing right away. Man, I think I'm going to get some rushing upside.
You're going to say
Lance.
I like that.
So you got Trey Lance behind.
You think he's starting right away?
Behind Lamar. Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
I don't think you draft him 3 to sit him. I think he's playing, and especially with the full summer of in contact and coaching and COVID being lifted, I think it's even more likely. It was last year.
Yeah, it's definitely more likely than it was last year for sure. And all he has to do is get the same doctor Tyrod had and
no, who just took
Garoppolo.
Sorry, guys.
That's the pick I was talking about, man. You got the tight end in that.
Yeah,
offense.
that's we'll go back to Ferkshire. He's I put up today. He's I've got him on tons of leagues, especially those FFPC, because he's on the list in the FFPC rookie draft. So yeah, I picked him up in I think 2 different drafts already.
Yes, I distinctly remember you getting him in Dynasty rookie drafts. JD, you sniped him from me in the Pros versus Joes, and there was video.
You just sent me into a tailspin. I hope you're happy.
Oh, because I picked up Rondell Moore. And you know what the best part is? I literally clicked the draft button with 1 second left because I wasn't paying attention. He's one of the few rookie receivers that I like adding in best ball, man, because you just get a couple 2-3 games out of him in that offense. You're happy.
Snipiest of the snipes.
Well, you got Tua on the way back.
Yeah, I wanted that.
So you picked up Parker,
mm-hmm.
Devontae Parker there. How do you feel about that receiving core? And you think he's still going to have a role in 2021 significant enough?
Yeah, I think we're going to see like thirds. You know what I mean? I think he's going to get like 33%. You're going to get Waddle in there 33%. Like, Fuller's going to be in there 33%. Like obviously it's not going to break down like that. We need room for Gesicki in there. But I think those receivers are going to be pretty evenly distributed. So,
okay. They're definitely surrounding Tua, which is nice.
Man, he's got options, and I like that. It's hard to not like any of those guys. I mean, they've all balled out,
Yeah.
And Waddle's going to be a monster. I'm probably higher on Gesicki than most people, too.
It's funny. I was literally just going to ask what you guys thought about because I've been high on him. Mm-hmm. I own him in a few spots, but I feel like they brought in that tight end. I know he's a rookie. He's not going to play a factor now, but isn't Tua's 5th-year option? Is that next year? You guys know? Usually I got Dan, my contract guy, on, but I'm pretty sure it's.
So this is his 3rd year.
So it'll be
This will be his 3rd year.
Okay. So he still has this year, next year. So it's not even a factor. Yeah. Well, it's one of those. I mean, Tua's kind of got to perform. They got him all the weapons. So now it's like either, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
I like Tua a lot. I was gobbling up in best ball 10s there for a little while. I had the layoff.
The start of the offseason. I
can't remember where I'm at, but
start of the offseason, he was a huge value, especially if you could pick him up in Superflex.
Yeah, people are still a little bit sketched out. He is one of those guys, though, if you're grabbing him now, like, and he performs, I mean, it's going to return huge value. But, yeah, if he doesn't, there's no excuse.
I've been getting a little more bullish because of my Michael Thomas love with Winston. And I just thinking back to what he did in Tampa, if he can, being in that environment, thinking he's in a better environment than he was before, feel like there's a good chance that he, if he can lock up that starting job, man, there's going to be fireworks in New Orleans in 2021.
I mean, he's got to lock that up, right?
I think he is. That's how I'm drafting my teams. But, every once in a while you hear a guy like, who was it that I was listening to? Whose son has a podcast? Quarterback son. Wow. Blonde guy.
Oh, Chris Sims.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, he was talking.
Don't ever listen to him.
I know, but it was just for some reason I caught that. And he was talking about Hill. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Hill's going to be taking over that job. I'm like, dude, are you serious?
Actually, then you can believe the exact opposite. I would reinforce that with Winston.
Nice.
I think all fantasy football is rooting for Winston to win that job, so we get our Max Kamara and our Max Michael Thomas this year. I mean, nobody wants to see Taysom Hill out there.
So at 13, I'm going to reach pretty far here on Gage because I love what he did in those games where Julio was out. Man, he put up some. He put up performances. I've been reaching on him late rounds. So.
Gage is sneaky.
I think it's his targets that Pitts will actually take from.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for these guys I was just going to say one thing I like to do in the later rounds is go back to back on receivers. So like Rondell Moore and Christian Kirk, just in an offense can be throwing the ball a lot. Again, I know I just kind of talked about not wanting to do that running backs, but I don't mind when it's late rounds doing the back to back because you would think, like Wheeler was talking about the running backs, one guy has a good game, the other guy doesn't. And then, the other week it's vice versa. So you hope that they can give you like a wide receiver 2+ out of the two.
I totally agree with that.
All right. Do I want to, I don't want to go 3 tight ends. Do I? I'm still learning these. I'm still on FFPC mode right now, but, here's a sleeper that I like, actually. Dan will like this. I'll do this for boy. Dan is Traequan Smith talking about that New Orleans offense. I think he's going for cheap, like for free, basically right now in Dynasty and super late in best ball. So I think he's a nice little sleeper. Can maybe have that DJ Shark type of resurgence when people are sleeping on him, I
kind of feel that way about Campbell once Hilton inevitably gets hurt. 3 games in, I like Campbell.
That's I don't know if you guys can. I got my Paris Campbell signed Colts helmet behind me, mini Colts helmet. He just needs to get healthy, man, and get on the field.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the 14th round right now. We are approaching Wheeler. You're coming up. You just picked up Hunter Henry. You think he's the guy out there between him and Jonnu? He's the guy you're getting? Are you trying to? What are you doing with that New England tight end situation?
I just think in the 13th round you kind of can't go wrong with Hunter Henry. He's going to get targets. I'm not going to say he's going to dominate the targets at the tight end position, but he's going to get his fair share. He's going to be a target in the end zone. Depending. Cam will run a certain amount in, but I think they'll start to utilize. I mean, Cam used Greg Olsen for years, so he's familiar with the tight end. He's comfortable throwing to a tight end, so they're probably going to get, they'll split them even, but they'll be worth 75% of a tight end one would be probably something to that effect. I think that they both have a chance of being top 15 tight ends. So
I think if you're going to draft,
you nailed it. It's going to be, they'll both be like tight end 10 to 16, and it'll be hard to predict the weekly usage, but they'll each be very useful for best ball.
Yeah, which is exactly why you want them in best ball, right? Those situations, especially where there's talent like that, guy like Hunter Henry, you don't need to predict in best ball, which is nice. Oh, my guy.
Argue that take both of them in this format.
I might have the most Chuba shares in rookie drafts.
Ugh, I hate the running backs that are left.
Right? I was just thinking that. It's like,
yeah, it's ugly.
Oh, I mean, I've been thinking it for like 4 rounds now. Like, I should have stacked the damn running backs early.
Yeah, I probably should have done that.
I knew that coming in, but you know, drafting against goats isn't easy.
So we got 3 rounds left. So Wheeler, what are you thinking here? You went Daniel Jones. That's your second quarterback behind Russell?
Yeah, I picked him because I don't have a whole lot of them, and he kind of stood out as he has potential to do amazing this year. But I'm a Giants fan, but I really hate drafting Giants. Oh yeah, I stacked them with Galladay, didn't I? Look at that.
There you go.
I was thinking
accidental.
Love it. That's the best way to stack, by accident.
Yeah. Well, because you didn't reach, right? Then you didn't reach for it.
Right.
It's the worst kind of stack is when you reach for it.
And this 15th round, Damien Williams, like, he's gonna pop a couple games.
Not mad at that.
Like, I mean, if they don't cut him, but like, if Tariq Cohen doesn't come back the way everybody kind of expects him to, Damien Williams will take Tariq Cohen's role, and he'll probably eat into Montgomery's role too, if he stays healthy and doesn't like start joining a nursing home or something.
Hey, I took Montgomery a little bit earlier than I wanted to, so enough of that.
I feel like, yeah, I hate to tell you this, but I really think Montgomery's being overdrafted in the 3rd. Like last year, he was a 5th round value, which was great, but for 11 weeks, you regretted that 5th round pick.
Yeah, but I mean, there's never been a reliable passing game. Like that dude, like they knew what that offense was doing. It's like, is there a chance that Fields, A-Rob,
Alfred Morris corollary?
Yeah, like maybe there's some sort of maybe it opens them up a little bit, and I don't know.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I mean, it's possible. I also, by the way, I like Ebron there. I'm surprised he fell there.
Yeah, he's another guy who is going at a value now because of their pick in the draft. Which I love Freiermuth, but not in year 1.
Yeah, not year 1, not in that offense. I mean, Tomlin's not trying to put a rookie tight end out there and make him gobble up targets. He's going to be out there learning, and Ebron's a good guy to learn from.
So Wheeler.
Assuming he actually catches the passes.
Yeah.
I'm going against my I'm going to take Hawkins here to tag it up with Mike Davis. See, in the 16th round in this type of format, I don't mind it,
No, I like it. I mean, that's the other running back I was eyeing up. I told myself he was going to last another couple rounds.
And I should have went running back there, but it's hard to pass on Manny Sanders.
No, I don't. I was just gonna say I've been grabbing him in best balls. I kind of like where he's going. He's going super late, and I was gonna say, as much as again I'm contradicting, I usually stay away. I usually go with more proven guys, like in the later rounds, just veterans. Just you follow RotoViz, and they're kind of best ball stats. Your young guys in the later rounds are rarely gonna hit unless you're hitting some J-Rob action like last year. But Emmanuel Sanders in Buffalo, with what's his name gone, John Brown.
Yeah, with Brown. Well, now just Brown gone, and he's had time to work with Allen, and now you got Diggs and Sanders. So it's like, man, Sanders can really thrive underneath Diggs in that offense, and so
Yeah, that offense is going to be lighting them up this year. Yeah,
goodness,
such a great addition.
Yeah.
How you guys feeling about it so far? We got 2 rounds left. How you feeling about your teams?
Meh.
I got stuck at tight end. I was hoping for Austin Hooper so I can get the second stack with the Browns. But I got stuck with Chris Herndon, so I'm going to need to hit tight end again here the 17th and 18th.
I feel like my running backs are an episode of MASH with like David Johnson, James Conner, David Montgomery, and then like the new guy, Javante, running in with his glasses, like Radio or whatever his name is. Like just
Radar.
Radar, yeah. Like this is just
Radio,
whatever. This is an ugly group of running backs. It really is. But man, if they can do anything. Yeah, this is my ugliest running back core ever.
Oh, hands down. This is just atrocious.
Oh, Jesus.
And I started out with 2 running backs.
Well, I didn't realize it was half point, and I'm not using that's not an excuse, but it would have changed.
Right. No, but I was gonna throw in there, Tim, just to kind of. It's one of these things. Like I've been on FFPC drafting most of this offseason so far. So, like you said, this is probably I don't know how many, like 5 or 6 that I've done on here, but there's an adjustment period for sure when you switch formats or platforms for your best balls because they're all different. There's 3 receiver, there's 2 flex, there's half PPR, tight end preem, non-tight end preem. So you got to adjust, man, and you got to learn the ADP on that format and, for that specific draft. So there's adjustments to make when you're jumping around the different platforms for sure.
Yeah.
So these
he snipes me again.
Yeah, let's talk about the guys you pick here, guys, because we're in the last 3 rounds. There's always, you're scrolling. Like, who are guys that you guys like here? Maybe talk as you pick them. Wheeler, you took Ertz. That's a guy I really like right now. I think is a great value, especially in tight end premium.
Where's he going?
17. Oh, like in the draft?
No, I mean, like, where do you?
What teams?
Where do you think Ertz ends up? Yeah,
I think they trade him.
He's not going to be on Philly.
He seems like the kind of guy that a tight end will get injured in the preseason, and Ertz is a natural replacement. I think there's not going to be any clarity until
he's going to go to my
while
Colts.
Here.
He'll be.
I mean, I've had him going to the Colts since February. Like,
yeah, I mean, that seems natural, right?
And I actually retweeted something today because Mo Ali Cox is a guy. I'm a Colts fan, and Mo Ali Cox just re-signing with Indy this year. Jack Doyle's there. Otherwise, I got no one there. Trey Burton's gone surfing or something. He was a guy I was thinking, oh, he's a nice sleeper. You can get him late. People are sleeping on him. But I read a pretty good article. I believe it's PFF. Anyways, check out the timeline at Goat District. Nice article just showing how he had a huge game last year, but then he couldn't live up to it like the whole rest of the year. And he had tons of opportunities. So I know as much as they re-sign him, they don't have much there. They're not like huge on him. So I could totally see Frank Reich wanting to bring Ertz over there now that he's got, Wentz, and he obviously wants that situation to work out.
You just like his name.
I just like his name.
Cox.
Give me some Cox.
It is fun to say.
Am I on the clock? Oh, here we
Went
go.
with Freiermuth. I've been grabbing him late in the
Yeah, you love yourself some Freiermuth. How many shares do you have right now?
I have him in so many dynasty teams right now, but I think he'll have a couple of spike weeks for this format. They love him in Pittsburgh.
I hate grabbing Gio considering that backfield, but man, do you remember when when Mixon was out, Gio was like a serviceable RB1. He really was good. He averaged like between 15 16 fantasy points while Mixon was out.
It was like a 3-week stretch where he was like a top, like you said, he was a top 15 to 20 running back. So slam dunk.
Yeah, so it's the 17th round, so maybe somebody gets hurt. Maybe he surprises somebody, who knows. But
so I picked up Desean Jackson is a guy, again, if you can get 1 or 2 games, the second last round, and stack him with Stafford. I don't hate him.
I've been getting him everywhere I can. Heck, I've drafted him in a rookie draft that people didn't know veterans were in.
And then I'm going to go, sorry, Wheeler, I'm just going to finish this off. I'm going to, after Ferkser, my second favorite value tight end, Parham, out there in Charger land, especially with Cook going there, giving me a little decoy action. You look at this guy's numbers, man. Go check out his Player Profiler. He's undrafted, but dude is athletic, man. And there's an opportunity there with Herbert. I don't know, Jared Cook, like whatever, man. The guy's like 98.
I like that bet. I think that people are assuming it's going to be Cook's job. I think Parham has just as good a chance. I like that pick a lot.
I did like Parham a lot until Cooks got there, but you guys have me rethinking it. Maybe I'll start scooping him up again.
Cooks won't last 3 weeks.
So
yeah,
I'm going to make my last pick here. I've been going Eskridge or Schwartz, one of the rookie deep threats. But now I like both those guys. I like those guys in the 18th here.
That's some FFPC 3rd to 4th round rookie action right there.
There you go.
Thank you. Nice.
I grabbed a guy with my last pick, my first share, Cornell Powell, but I did the 17th, 18th of like the dart throws on the KC wide receivers with the little Pringle and Powell action. So and of course it's going to end up being Demarcus Robinson. So shoot these picks into the sun. But but I like that late round here.
Ooh, Wandy just got Winston in the 18th round.
Yeah, see? And Hill went right before him, which is interesting.
So this is a guy that I've been drafted in Underdog because it's a little bit of a cheat code.
Tell us.
Lynn Bowden, baby. So he's listed as a running back.
Right, I didn't even notice that. He's a receiver on FFPC.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's just one of those out of position and roster construction in this format. You can go with 6 running backs. I don't like to do it, but we've all been talking about how shitty running backs are on each of our teams. So I'm like, let me just use the cheat code, the receiver at running back, and see what happens.
So I didn't mention, my late round guy, Tim Patrick. I think that's a guy everybody is just so mad because of how he finished the season. You know what I mean? But like, dude went 51 for 742 yards and 6 TDs, and like occasionally flashed. And so 18th round, if I'm gonna just hope that the quarterback situation, once Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback there, once it improves, you kind of hope to see Tim Patrick like live to his potential. So why not throw a dart in the 18th round, right?
Yeah, he's an end zone target hog.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like Patrick. Big dude too, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Yep. His volume was the same as a Sutton for a number of weeks last year. They were really targeting him, and kind of we all expected Judy to step up, and it was really Patrick for a number of weeks. So, he's definitely got some value right there.
That's one offense, Sutton and Judy, that was all over. Going into the draft, still kind of hoping maybe Rodgers ends up there, but you thought they would do something, at the position, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not a lock guy. Bridgewater's really like a floor, just kind of keeping it together, I guess, until they can bring in a real quarterback. But it's too bad because there's a lot of talent out there in Denver right now.
I mean, Bridgewater supported 3 wide receivers last year too, so let's not.
Yeah.
I don't hold it against the Denver receivers just because Bridgewater's there now. Like,
I guess my issue is I feel like we're going to be dealing with this quarterback situation in Denver for the whole season. Whereas if Watson or Rodgers ended up in Denver, you're not worried about it. Whereas now it's like hey, maybe that's giving you value on those weapons, like Fant, especially in tight end preems and Sutton and so on. But it's still the uncertainty, right? The risk factor is still there. So why don't we go around and just maybe give a quick, for those listening, let them know what your team ended up as, how you feel about it, anything else you want to say about it. And then we kind of shut this thing down. We're at about 55 minutes. Andrew, I'll go to you first just because you're right beside me and you've got the bright orange action. Dan was wearing orange one day, so he told me he looked like a prisoner. So you're taking his role tonight.
I did 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 10 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. I want to be hyper fragile. I'd rather come in last place than 5th place. And sure, I may do that. I've got a Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews stack. I love that. I think I have one running back that's like pretty solid, Josh Jacobs, and of course some really nice like late, I guess like 8, 9, 10 dart throws of Michael Carter, AJ Dillon, and Gus Edwards, and then I stacked it up. I did one back-to-back wide receiver my first 2 rounds with Diggs and AJ Brown, and then just you heard I went 10 wide receivers in total, so I just peppered 8 more throughout the draft. I'm feeling really happy. I love the quarterback tight end stack. I love the AJ Brown and Diggs start. I think it's going to be, like I said, either the top 4 or number 12. So interested to see how you guys drafts turned out.
Theo, go ahead. I don't know. That's 4 running backs there, Andrew, and your second one is Michael Carter. You're comfy with it? Good. All right,
yeah, buddy.
I like it. Theo, when Andrew kicks her ass at the end of the year in this thing, he's gonna be like, "Hey, JD, remember when you asked me that question?"
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
Go ahead, Theo. Oh, sorry, Andrew. Go ahead.
No, Andrew, go ahead.
Let Andrew rebuttal. I kind of poo-pooed on.
No,
hype up Carter.
I love being fragile, and if Michael Carter has the role there, it's not hard for me to imagine that he's got something there, pass catching role, maybe to start, or maybe even like the lead dog. Of course, he is smaller. So hey, look, if I'm floundering at the RB2 position, so be it. I'd rather be really strong everywhere else and see if the running backs can pull me through.
Nice.
Yes, so in BestBall Mania, I agree with Andrew. I've been trying to have 4 running back builds, but this team, I was weak at running back and tight end, so I went with a kind of an extra running back. Hopefully that works out. When you take Pat Mahomes in the 3rd round, I get my Mahomes Tyreek Hill stack, which I was very happy about. I was able to add a Mecole Hardman in there, but you sacrifice a great deal at running back. But I'm hoping Eckler can be an anchor for me. Zach Moss can exceed ADP. I'm a little more bullish on Kenyon Drake this year than some. I think they paid him a lot, and I'm hoping he can come through a little bit. And then I was able to do the Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham, Anthony Schwartz stack. And I like where I got Terry McLaurin there. I'm a big fan. So a little thin at running back, but hopefully I'm able to overcompensate that with my strong wide receivers. But yeah, for BestBall Mania, I'm with Andrew. I think a 4 running back build, it keeps you fragile, but I think it's your best bet for getting into those deeper weeks is being extremely strong at the wide receiver spot.
Theo, do you feel bad at all that JD was talking about Terry McLaurin, and then I tried to let him slip to JD, and then you end up taking him? Do you feel bad at all?
I don't feel bad at all. I'm
good.
On my team.
I feel like that's the best part is that I actually thought I had him, and then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And like, wait. That's like when you think the bus is gonna stop for you, but it just like drives right by. You're like, oh, yeah.
That's it. It's cutthroat in Underdog.
It's all good, man. Like I like the whole 4 RB convo, especially with the challenge, with that, with the MTTs as we call it in the poker world. I like that strategy aspect of it.
Yep.
All right, Tim, you came in last second, and you're playing the wounded animal. I haven't drafted on Under Armour. Tell us about your team, buddy.
I got 20 or 30. It's like brand new, but I should have went with your version. So this is team upside, I think, because the 2 stacks I'm happy with. I'm really happy with Allen and Sanders for the reasons I mentioned. I think Sanders has a lot of opportunity there. Tua and Parker. I mean, you got to pick your running back or your receiver down there. Could be Waddle, but Parker's got the experience in the chemistry. So I love those 2 stacks. Running backs, I'm not real psyched about, but again, Montgomery, I think you see a little bit of a pump with Fields being there. A-Rob finally having a quarterback for the first time in ever. Williams, I don't know about. Connor, half point. I'm thinking he's taking most of the goal line. Johnson experience. Gio has probably a wasted pick. We'll see.
Yeah, but come on. You got to point out the stash on that profile pick on Underdog. Shout out to the.
Oh, dude, man, that's right. Like,
just for that, he looks good on your roster.
Got 2 guys' mustache. Like, I mean, my God. But I love the upside on these receivers. I mean, once you get past the obvious with Adams and Jefferson, I mean, those guys, you know what you're getting. But like Chenault, new quarterback, Gallup, like Parker, like Gage with what's going on with Julio, Campbell with, like now all of a sudden you have a quarterback who gets sacked 50 times, last year going into the Colts, who allowed 21, 22, I think, sacks all year.
Yep.
Like what's he going to do? Like now all of a sudden, like, so Campbell gets a huge bump, Sanders again, and even Patrick, like we talked about. So if they get a real quarterback there, and then Hawk now, good situation, and Ebron, good situation. So I feel like reception wise, I like the receptions go, like pretty big team upside. So let's see.
I like it. I like the roster, Tim. Wheeler, how you feeling about that roster?
It's I kind of choked in the beginning, and then I tried to make up for it in certain ways. I kind of wish that I had gotten running backs earlier. I kind of like the players I got. I just kind of don't like the way I constructed the roster. Like the 10th, 11th round where I end up with Antonio Brown and Jalen Reagor. I would much rather have gone in a different direction. Not that I'm seeing much else. Maybe I could have gone quarterback there and switched up where I got them. But, and this is usually what I do. Like I'll look at the roster construction more than anything. I'm always trying to draft players at value, but I kind of in the last few rounds would like to have the players I want set. I do like getting John Brown in the 16th. I would rather have left a couple receivers towards the end rather than scooping up a tight end and that hybrid Lynn Bowden pick. I kind of like it in theory because it's, you can play that cheat code game, but really, is he going to put up numbers with Waddle there? And just that crowded receiving core.
So,
but, it was fun.
Yeah, no, guys, this was a blast. Look, we all had obviously adjustments, even just coming into this. We were trying to fill this thing for the few minutes before. We didn't even know if we would have a full draft. So we apologize for the glitches that we've had technically. We're still trying to adjust how this thing's going to work because the challenging part is coordinating the start of the draft and then filling it on the different formats. So we're gonna actually go back, and I'm going to have a little conversation with our friends at the FFPC and see if we can set something up on there just so we can do like those slim live drafts, make it easy and have a start time. That's kind of the challenge that we had tonight. But otherwise, you guys came in. It was a ton of fun. Tim and Wheeler, we appreciate you guys jumping on kind of last minute. And to the other guys, Will, I'm blanking right now who else joined us, but to everyone who jumped on the draft, the best ball draft, we appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. We're going to be dropping these ball-ins regularly throughout this offseason. Like I said, we'll be tweaking it so that it's a nicer kind of finished product, as we call it. But no, man, we appreciate you guys hanging with us. We've got about 60 minutes plus here of some pretty good best ball talk. We'll go around and I'll give you guys the opportunity. Anything you want to share or plug? Tim, I'll go to you first. Then we'll go to Wheeler, and then I'll go to my goats beside me.
No, I mean, I don't have anything specific to plug, but anybody wants to follow, it's at Quantum Turner, just like in the feed.
Nice. Yeah, follow Tim out there on Twitterland. Wheeler, out there in the dark. How you doing, buddy?
Chilling. Am I in the dark?
No, it's because you got a lamp behind you. It's all good. We can.
No, but I'm waiting for you to pull up like the glass of port and start swirling it around. Like, you look so damn sophisticated, my friend.
And like a cat to climb up like on the back of the chair there, like a black cat.
He's like Raymond Reddington, It just looks.
Chilling. This is my teaching chair. When we were teaching at home remotely, I couple big screens, couple monitors. We're good to go. Got my studio set up for my classroom.
Nice.
Shout out to those teachers, man. Wheeler's a teacher for real, and I watch my daughter's. She'll be 5, and she's like 3 hours throughout the day on virtual learning, and I don't know how those teachers keep their attention for even just those 3 hours. So imagine a full day.
Yeah, I'm teaching high school, so most of it is here goes the lesson. You got any questions? Send them my way, and
no, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's more of the setup and the different format. Like just as soon as I got comfortable with the remote from home teaching,
They're
they
like,
send us back into the building, and it's hybrid. So half of them are there and half of them are remote. So now it's just
so I get a question about
catastrophe.
that. So the other kids in the class that are not there, that are remote, are you looking at a screen and they're on it, or you got your one computer screen with all the people that are?
I got one computer screen with all the people that are remote, and then the people that are present can't even get on the Google Meet. So
I can't even imagine that in high school.
It's I thank God I'm in high school and not elementary or middle school. Like, bravo to those teachers. At least at high school, I can curse at them and tell them to shut up.
So you know Wheeler's the cool teacher, right? Like he's the cool teacher.
Don't tell people that. More people will sign up for my class. I don't need more trouble. That's what I tell the students. I'm an asshole. Don't tell people I'm nice.
Yeah, but you say that, then they want to join even more. That's exactly. A good there, man.
I'm good at marketing.
All right, guys. Theo, Andrew, you know what? We'll let you guys are dropping some really good stuff on the GOAT District. Andrew, why don't you talk about really quick, just the show you dropped tonight, and then segue into what Theo and you have been doing with the Triflex, and then we'll close it out.
Yeah, dropped a $500,000 Billies tonight, talking about how to play some of the FFPC tournaments. Although did again name drop Theo on his run in the NFFC. Maybe we'll do a little Kentucky talk. Basically, tournament redraft talk over the summer, trying to take down a large tournament. Learn at my expense. I'll be the one screwing up. You guys can learn from my mistakes. We played a delightful game at the end with guest Todd Burrows tonight of Who is the Rake? That was fun. He definitely finger pointed in my direction for the rake, but missed a very clear, obvious rake in the room. But nevertheless, that was a lot of fun. We're going to be doing it again, reviewing draft boards, and like I said, just learning at my expense. Theo, why don't you talk about our other project that we're working on?
So we have done 2 parts to our a new podcast we're doing during GOAT District called Triflexing, about the exciting new FFPC RotoViz format, 3 wide receiver superflex. We put together a monster squad, and we've broken down. What round are we on now, Andrew? We still have
We're done. We're done. We're through 10 rounds. We got to recap how well we did. Yeah, we did through 10 rounds. For
I'm feeling super naked with all my sound effects here.
We recap the back 10 rounds. But both pods are great. Definitely worth a listen. And we look forward to doing more of those Triflexing startups this summer together. And then you can find me here on the GOAT District. You can find me on Twitter at the OG Fantasy, and you can find my writing on Player Profiler and Breakout Finder. I actually have an article coming up next week on underdog values, so I'm working on that now. And like Wheeler said, the ADP is continually changing, so it's difficult to find them. I think the market kind of corrects itself really well in this format. But I'm working on that one now, and I have I'm doing the waiver wire column this year on Player Profiler.
Yeah, Theo, for those who don't know, Theo and Andrew maybe newer to GOAT District and dropping shows, but they're not new to kicking ass in fantasy, and that's why they're dropping the goodness. So make sure you follow them on Twitter at AMS Schellenberg, at the OG Fantasy. I'm at GOAT District. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. We didn't do any plugs today, so real quick, myffpc.com for high stakes or any type of goodness. I mean, they're starting at $5 now, so I don't even the high stakes is just to clarify the ceiling on that site. But whether you're looking at best ball redraft, you can be playing for $500,000 right now, as Andrew talked about. Best Balls, Dynasty, redraft, literally any format that you want to find is on there. Live, slow drafts, and our friends at Viridian Global. You see it right here, the GOAT gear in full effect. I got this guy today in the mail. Little GOAT District action. Got myself a little JT 28 Running Backs Matter t-shirt. And just a lot of goodness over there at Viridian Global. They got obviously the GOAT gear, but tons of podcasts, brands on there, and just fun fantasy football like I talked about with the JT. They got some CH. You picked up your favorite rookie like Pitts this year. They got some cool stuff over there that you can pick up. So at Viridian Global on Twitter, and then it'll give you a nice link to the site /collections/Goat District. Friends over at Dynasty Depot, if you're on FFPC building dinos, you can buy and sell rosters. And I think that's it, guys. We appreciate you guys hanging with us, and we'll be back and we'll be balling a little later.